Okay, last question. Could you tell us and tell everybody out there three people, fictional, historical, people in your own personal circle, who are the epitome of conquering oneself? Can you name three people that you can share with us?
Well, no one's the epitome of conquering themselves, not even me. And I wrote the book, trust me. We're all mastering ourselves, and it's an infinite path that progresses for as long as you're alive. To answer your question directly, it's hard to pinpoint it down to three people because there's been hundreds. The vast majority of what I share, the vast majority of what I know, the vast majority of what I've been fortunate to become, it stems from other people's positive influence on me, not necessarily me, myself, and I. So I'd have to start with my father and my mother. My mother was a brilliant nurse, my dad a brilliant accountant. They're both brilliant, very intelligent, and very evolved people. When I was in high school, I had band teachers, and one of them was named Mr. Abel. He was a very inspiring person, and he was a very dominant figure. And he knew how to gather people together and make his vision of reality, the collective vision of reality. I learned that from him. I had many, many teachers and professors throughout high school and throughout college. I had many different employers. When I was my last job in Virginia, there was a guy named Mr. Lawrence Peterson, who was to me the epitome of hunger, the epitome of ambition. Fictionally, I played a lot of RPGs when I was a child. And RPG stands for role-playing games. So generally the synopsis or the frame of a role-playing game is you play the role of a chosen one, the role of someone meant to resurrect or restore the world through his power. And generally you see his rise and you see the inner conflict he goes through to become the embodiment or the encapsulation of that power. So generally speaking, through RPGs, you not only learn a lot about culture and a lot about history, a lot about different spiritual systems, you also learn a lot about internal mastery. In fact, a lot of RPGs, they have this dynamic called experience points. So every time you fight a battle, you gain experience, and then you can allocate the experience conscientiously to different aspects of your character. So that's generally how I think about life. I think about life as an RPG as a whole. Every experience you get gives you points, it gives you intelligence, it gives you knowledge and wisdom, and then you have to conscientiously choose how to allocate that to your character depending upon what your goals are and where you want to be. So again, band teachers, family members, fictional characters in video games, also in comic books and in movies. There's one movie called Network with Peter Finch and Faye Dunaway. There's another movie called Peaceful Warrior. Just tons of stuff. I'm inspired by tons. To say three, it'd be physically impossible. So those are my inspirations. And again, no one is the epitome of conquering themselves. We're all going through that battle, and we're either going to take conscious control of it or we're not. So it's something something happening all the time. You're always making decisions, and you're always like battling yourself in a certain way. And choosing to take reign, choosing to get control of that is something that requires great courage, and it requires great strength and great diligence. And I wish you the best with that.